The Summarize Group Discussion Task. Hello again, my name is Hamida Hamidi and I welcome you to the final episode of the speaking skill in my PTE English series from Task to Mastery, which is about the Summarize Group Discussion or SGD task, the structure, the scoring, and also the template. This task only exists in the PTE Academic exam for those who want to immigrate to Australia or continue their education in different universities around the world. Let's take a look at the table of scores. In the PTE Academic exam, the sixth task out of 7 tasks, okay, in the speaking scale is called the Summarize Group Discussion Task or SGD. There are 2 to 3 questions. And this task is a dual effect task, which means that it contributes 7 to 9 scores to your listening skill and 5 to 8 scores to your speaking skill. So it's a very important task. At first, you need to memorize a template. So there's a template for the SGD task. The group discussed the topic of. There were different views in this discussion. For example, one person suggested that, and we need to put all the words that we actually wrote down and paid attention to them while we were listening to the lecture here for the first speaker, and then all the words that we heard from the second speaker, whereas another believed that speaker two's view, and finally all the words and all the actual opinions that the final speaker talked about them, we need to put it here. Meanwhile, others stressed the importance of speaker three's view. And finally, in conclusion, the discussion reflected a range of perspectives on topic, could be anything, emphasizing its complexity and relevance. First, let's go online and find about the environment. Here, okay, as you could see.
Let's talk about artificial intelligence in the field.
This voice, for example, is about the artificial intelligence or AI. According to the instruction of the question, you will hear 3 people having a discussion. This is why I told you that you need to put the speaker 1's words, the speaker 2's words, and the final speaker here. So you will hear 3 people having a discussion. When you hear the beep, okay, and the voice could be between 2 to 3 minutes sometimes, you need to summarize the whole discussion. You will have 10 seconds to prepare and 2 minutes to give your answer, to give your response. So after hearing the beep, you will have 10 seconds, like the written lecture task, to get prepared and read some of the words that you wrote on your erasable booklet that you will be given in the center on the day of your exam. And after finishing 10 seconds of preparation, you will have 2 minutes to give your response. 2 minutes. And so there's a plenty of time to give your response using this template. Okay, so do not rush giving your response because it makes you nervous and it could end you in producing so many hesitations. So your fluency and your clarity of pronunciation, these are the 2 important factors here. For example, as you could see, according to the audio script of this voice, the speaker 1 talked about what? The artificial intelligence. Listen again.
Of linguistics. I'm fascinated by how AI is now being used to analyze language patterns and even generate human-like responses. It's changing how we study syntax and semantics entirely.
Absolutely. One area where it's making a real impact is in endangered language preservation.
So now the speaker 2 started speaking. As I was listening to the first speaker, I needed to take down as many related words to the topic. Of course, the main topic was artificial intelligence. I need to put it here at the end of the first sentence. So the group discussed the topic of artificial intelligence. And after that, I may write down, such collocations. For example, field of linguistics, or only the word linguistics, or again AI, or being used to analyze something, or analyze language patterns, or maybe patterns or language patterns. All the words and collocations that I'm actually highlighting them now, these are the related words and terms to the topic that you need to pay attention to them in order to write them down on your erasable booklet. Or, for example, generating human-like responses, or only human-like responses, or at least the word responses, okay, for the first speaker. And when the second speaker starts, you need to, again, pay attention to the main points okay, of his or her speech. For example, making a real impact. So making a real impact, or endangered language preservation, or at least language preservation. And the same thing goes with the third speaker. And after that, may the speaker to continue the speaking till the last seconds of the lecture. So we need to write down in 3 different columns all the related words from each speaker to the main topic, and put them at the end of each sentence here in this template, and speak as fluently, clearly, and naturally, and of course constantly as okay, as possible. Okay, guys, that was a quick review for the summarized group discussion and the PTE academic exam. This is the final episode, okay, about the speaking skill. And after this, I'm going to move on to the writing skill and the SWT task. See you on the next episode.